Welcome to Coffee with the Supervisor. Today my special guest is Tina, and we're going to be talking about an issue that as a society we really have to address, and that's foster children.
Yes.
And giving children a protective home environment that sometimes don't have parents that can care for them or care for them in the right way. So Tina, your organization is called Hope for Youth.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about Hope for Youth.
Sure. So we're Hope for Youth. We're located in Amityville. We were founded in 1969. But
So you've been around a couple years.
Yeah, we just celebrated our 50-year anniversary recently. So
Okay.
yeah, in 1967, actually, Nassau County family court judge noticed that half the children in state psychiatric hospitals were there simply because they had nowhere else to go. They had no home to transition to from a state hospital.
That's sad to think that.
Yeah.
No place to go and you wind up in a psych ward.
Yeah, and we're facing something somewhat similar now, and that's why I'm here today to talk to you about Project 21. But also at Hope for Youth, we have additional services. We've been around for a while. We established our roots in Amityville in 1995, and since then we have an array of services at Hope for Youth. We have an outpatient clinic. We have clinical services, therapists, psychiatric.
And these are for children that don't have parents actively involved in their lives or don't have parents.
Yes, this is for children in care,
Right.
kids who are affected by the foster care system, but also children in the community, like our clinical service, our outpatient, our preventive services are all for the community as well as the kids we serve. But we have an upcoming run coming in October. We keep growing. Like you said, we've been around for a while and we kind of continue growing with our services. And just most recently we launched in 2021, we launched Project 21.
Tell me about Project 21.
So Project 21 is, we named it Project 21 because we think that by the age of 21, every family, every child should have a family. Every child should be in a home by 21, and it's 2021, so that's our goal this year. The goal of Project 21 is to increase foster bed capacity and decrease conjugate care.
Tell me a little bit about conjugate care. What does that involve?
Yeah, so conjugate care is essentially residential living. So it's group homes.
Group home for kids that they don't have parents to watch over them or be involved in their lives, so they put in a group home as opposed to a foster home,
Yeah.
which has a parent, a home environment that's like a home and not a group home.
Exactly.
And do you find the outcomes are much better if people are in foster care?
Yeah, I mean, studies show that, living in a group home, living with staff, waking up with different people each day, going to bed with different people each day, doesn't benefit the child at all,
No.
So really, there's a giant focus now. A national law was passed under the Family First Preventive Service Act, enacted in 2018. Now the federal government is saying, there's pressure on the states to make sure that we are meeting these goals. We are getting the kids out of conjugate care. And
Into foster homes. Now, you have foster families all over Suffolk County?
Yep. So we actually have about 35 foster homes open. We have 6 group homes. So we're in the process of, transitioning as an agency because we do have group homes and we want to increase now our foster homes.
Right.
So like I said, we have 6 group homes and 35 foster homes right now, and we're looking to recruit some more.
And some of those foster homes are in the town of Brookhaven?
Yep. They're all over. They're from Nassau to Suffolk. Children are placed there ages 0 to 21.
Now, people listening, suppose, I'm married, I have a home, and I'm thinking about taking a kid into my home. I have maybe 1 or 2 children, but I thought, well, this would be good, a way of giving back to society and helping a child.
Yep.
How does one go about becoming a foster parent?
Yeah, so good question, and that's actually one of our services. We're a therapeutic foster care agency. So therapeutic foster care is a little bit different than traditional foster care because the children we serve have complex needs. It could be anything from increased emotional behaviors to even medically fragile children we service. So the reason we're therapeutic foster care is because we treat, we provide our foster parents with increased services. So every child has increased needs, that's with us, but we also give the foster parents the support and services that are also increased. And and it's extremely important right now, therapeutic foster care, because again, we're trying to transition children who are in facilities, in conjugate care, in group homes.
Which isn't always the best setting.
Yep, and we're
for them.
transitioning them back to homes. So typically a therapeutic home is better for those children over a traditional home because they're gonna have increased needs, right? If they weren't raised with, if they haven't been with family for a while.
Now let me ask you,
Yep.
someone wanted to become or look into becoming a
Yep.
foster parent and open their home up and whatever. How would they go about that? Is there a number that they would call?
Yeah, so I'm the person. I'm the Project 21 coordinator. So you could reach me at tbasile@hfyny.org. And once you email me, what will happen is I'll call you, we'll fill out an inquiry, I'll get to know you a little bit, tell you a little bit about us, and I'll invite you to our orientation. We have orientation on the last Thursday of every month. It's on Zoom, and it's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We encourage anyone to come to these orientations, whether you want to be a foster parent.
So the 26th of August would be
Exactly.
that's the last Thursday of August.
Yep, so we have one coming up, August 26th. It will be on Zoom. You reach out to me to get that link. We encourage anyone, again, to come because we're trying to change the language and the reputation of foster care. Whereas...
Because in the past it was like, a foster mother or foster parent may not have always had the image of kind and loving, which is not the case. I know people who have been foster parents in the past, and they had one child, biological child, and they took in several foster kids, some of whom they actually wound up adopting.
That's exactly it. There's so many good stories. There's so much goodness. There's so much love. There's a lot of stories where the biological mother and the child reunite, and that's even a beautiful thing. So there's a lot of different outcomes when it comes to foster care. But I find that when I speak to people about what Hope for Youth does, a lot of them didn't even know that's how the child welfare system works in general. So I think a lot of, going to that orientation is helpful just to educate yourself on issues right in your community, things that are going on, right here on Long Island.
And the outcome would be, hopefully, a better adjusted child who had a better upbringing and can turn into a productive adult.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what we, prepare our therapeutic foster parents to deal with, is to have those services to make sure that they're able to raise this child with the appropriate, services in hand.
And care. Care.
Yeah.
And you're looking for parents that that will take people in and be concerned about their well-being, hopefully grow into an affectionate situation, but people that really would care about the child. So the child would get a loving home as opposed to less personal group home.
Yeah. Yep. And a lot of it too is that we ask our therapeutic foster parents to, make that child part of your life, part of your family. But another part is, helping the child adjust to maybe changes that's going to come up in their life. Because some of our children, the goal is to go back home to their parents.
Right.
And sometimes that could even just be difficult, for a child in care to deal with. So our therapeutic foster parents are heroes. They're awesome. And we have a unique experience with the process to become a therapeutic foster parent, where anyone curious will be able to talk to someone who's doing it day in and day out and knows, exactly what to expect.
Well, you've been very helpful. I hope by watching today, there's someone out there that can find it in their heart to open their homes to one of your children so that they can have a better upbringing. And I appreciate it. So thank you again. And Project 21, I hope, is very successful. And Hope for Youth, been around 52 years, doing good work in the community and helping resolve issues that we really have to care for our children, because it really does take a village.
Yep.
So thank you for making the time, Tina.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.